Hello everyone, this is Kevin Carpenter, producer and MC of Rolling in the Mist. Just wanting to let you know that Rolling in the Mist is now on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud under our group's channel name, Oddloot. That's AWD Loot. Just log on to whichever's your favorite program and check it out today. Now, if you like our show, then the best way for you to support it is to let us know. Comment, like, subscribe, rate us on iTunes, anything helps. We release all of these episodes for free, and what makes it all worth it is hearing from you, the fans. With that said, let's begin the session.
Rolling in the Mist is a series with fantasy violence, mentions of gore, and worst of all, cussing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Rolling in the Mist. I am your master of ceremonies, Kevin Carpenter, and joining me today is...
Bravo as Leo.
And not Jason. Yeah, that's right. Jason Peguero is not joining us today.
He had better things to do, like making money.
And, you know, like going on shoots and stuff.
Yeah.
Hollywood. So, whatever. If you all wanted to listen to an actual play podcast, this is what playing a tabletop game is exactly like. You try to get everyone together, and then in the middle of a story, one person can't show up. So it's like, all right, just got to rewrite the story around this person suddenly disappearing. Or one of the players plays their character, but that always gets weird.
As Kevin angrily just shoves like a 50-page script down in his trash can. He's like, well, that was worth my weekend.
Dude, I do that after every session. That is what being a game master in any tabletop game is like.
That's right, we really do mess with your story.
You come up with plans, and then you routinely flush them down the toilet. However, you might have heard a source of coughing throughout this podcast, and that's not Bravo or I. That's our new guest. Please introduce yourself.
They found me on the street for $50 and a bottle of Budweiser because they said some guy named Jasona didn't show up for their bottle cast. Where's my money?
That's my favorite RPG, Jasona.
Make him a character.
Just bring. If you can replicate them, you can have them. That's what they told me in the lab. Hey there, my name's Pablo Milla. And I'm playing. Am I allowed to say who?
Yeah, say your character and your mythos. I think we said
I'm allowed to do that, even though he doesn't. Okay.
The other two characters said their mythos, right? Like when we did session 0.
Yeah, but that's because we were like establishing the story.
Yeah, y'all were starting.
But
out.
take note of this. I will probably be paying attention and forget it in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
I thought I was a surprise. Well.
I mean, if you want to keep it a surprise, it's up to you.
I don't know. I mean,
go like
I feel
this.
like they're already not listening anymore. So maybe I should just...
Thanks for watching this episode.
Well, this episode needs to be scrapped. Let's move on to the next one.
Right. Gonna join the circus. Plan C. I'll just say, how about I just keep it a little bit? I won't go into the mythos.
Okay.
Because I think it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're about to introduce your character, so why don't we just, have you say what he looks like and all that when we introduce him? You guys ready to jump right into the action?
Sure.
I have no choice.
Right. You started this.
I am on the soundboard.
Alrighty. So, Pablo, your character stands in the middle of an old antique shop, staring up in complete awe. You're not usually one to walk into antique shops, much less break off your regular routine. But for some reason, you felt drawn here. In front of you is a large tapestry, yellowed with age, but still well preserved. The tapestry depicts a beautiful, sprawling map of a circular maze. Greek characters surround the maze. But you don't need a label to know what this is. This is a map of the Minotaur's Labyrinth.
It's perfect.
Pablo, what's your character look like as he's marveling at this tapestry?
Oh, he's a pasty fellow. Got a bit of a grease on his face. Not real grease, just he's got a pasty face, little.
just the perma-grease?
Yeah, it's just the perma-grease. He stares at screens all day, and so that's where it comes from. Doesn't really take the time to wipe it away. He's four-eyed. He kind of has disheveled hair, black hair growing over his ears. Probably needs a haircut. Doesn't think about it too much because he doesn't care much about his appearances. Every 2 minutes or so, he props up his glasses up the bridge of his nose. With his finger, and as he's looking at this tapestry, yes, his jaw is hanging open. He's mouth breathing as he frequently does, and he's rubbing his wrists, as he does frequently as a sort of twitch. This is exactly what he's looking for, even if he can't quite place why he's so drawn to it. Yes.
So, what's his current outfit?
His current outfit is wearing a also slightly wrinkled button-up white collared shirt. He's got a couple pens in his. It's not like a pocket protector. I'm not like making a nerd costume, but
I'm totally into it. I immediately imagined one of the pens had like burst, and so there was like an ink stain.
There's like a little ink stain.
Yeah.
No, that's not ink. That's just whatever. that's whatever Burger Shack he had for lunch that came in a nondescript like brown, like greasy bag. Yeah, that's stained on him. So that's not. Unfortunately, it's not ink. His shirt is mostly tucked into his relaxed fit jeans that he's wearing, like an old tethered brown belt, and he has a messenger bag over his right shoulder.
Interesting. So Pablo,
yes,
what's this guy's name?
This guy's name is Eugene Fritz.
What a name!
Or as he would say, Eugene Fritz. Did you hear that? Was I close enough for you that time?
Yeah.
Mr. Bravo.
Oh, I see you found something. And all of a sudden, an old Asian woman just appears right next to you.
I'm very startled. I don't like the noise of people.
I think it'd be like, I don't like it.
I don't like, no.
Good to write that.
That's not in my character sheet. Racism is not part of it. It's peopleism, all right? I don't like people.
Racist thoughts.
I hate everyone.
I jump startled, look at her and say, what was that?
Oh, this piece we've had up in the shop for a while now, and I can see that you're very interested in it.
Yes, quite interested.
Well, are you thinking of putting this in the living room, or perhaps it's a gift for a lovely lady?
Unfortunately, not. I just am a collector. How much for this tapestry?
Well, I'm sure we can come up with a deal for someone as handsome as yourself.
I have cash or credit.
So, a few minutes later, we cut to you walking outside of the antique shop. You walk out onto a cobblestone street flanked by old brick buildings. This is the Old Quarter, the part of the city where the past is kept alive, for better or worse. You walk down the sidewalk past a gas lamp that has long since been converted to electricity. The roads here are too narrow for cars, and there's no sign of life outside of the small cafes, independent bookstores, and old townhouses where someone famous used to live. You carry your new purchase in a cardboard tube that the tapestry has been rolled up and placed inside. And as you walk down the street, what's sort of like the thoughts going through Eugene's head right now?
I have an odd sort of satisfaction with this rolled-up tapestry upon my shoulder. And something within me is satisfied, like a great hunger. Oh, I can rest easy tonight, although I don't normally rest. I wonder if Patches, my cat, requires sustenance. Perhaps I should stop at the corner store, so he might, too, feel the same sustenance.
And breaking you from your thoughts is the sound of a roaring motorcycle engine.
Ooh. I do hate the noises of the city. Why is it getting louder?
You turn around and you see a red motorcycle being ridden by someone wearing a red bodysuit depicting skinless muscles and a red helmet with a freaky face painted onto it. And as this motorcycle is roaring through this quiet Old Quarter alley, the motorcyclist lifts their arm and it stretches to an impossible length and grabs the tube that's in your hands.
Snatches it, like, riding straight past me.
Yeah. Do you want to try to do something to keep the tube?
You want to change the game?
That's one of the moves, right? Change the game. I'm still learning.
Well, yeah.
I feel like this would be like take the risk. Like it's pretty much you can either let it get popped out of your hands, or you can take a risk by struggling against someone on a moving motorcycle. To keep this tapestry you just bought.
I definitely something as that happens, something acts up in me. At that moment, Okay, I think what happened with that jolt of anxiety and excitement at that moment, and also knowing what's happening, and that his precious thing is being taken away from me, I think he goes, "My tapestry! No!" And he snaps, and he starts to grab, and he immediately grabs the end of the tube before it's taken away from him.
What power tags are you using?
I'm using super strength.
Okay. Roll plus the one tag. Roll plus 1.
Okay. Is it just
Pablo's first roll.
Aw.
Do I use 1 or 2?
2.
Okay. It is a 10. It's a 4 and a 6. That's 10, right?
I need everyone to know that Bravo just made the most angry face I have ever seen him make.
With my own dice.
With his own face.
Bravo, one of these days you'll roll a 10.
Papa, tell us a story of how you rolled a 10.
So with the 10, that's that's a success.
Jesus.
I told you.
As this arm elongates and grabs the tube, you just yell out, "No!" Grab the tube and literally yank it out of the motorcyclist's hands as they just speed off. And like the arm shrinks back to its regular length, and the motorcyclist turns around and immediately turns around towards you and starts speeding towards you again. What do?
Well, first of all, wait a second. That arm elongated like Mr. Fantastic? That's the kind of elongation it did?
Yeah, but less clean. There was certainly some going on.
Oh, okay.
Like, here's the thing. This Red Rider
Yes.
is wearing I'm just saying they're a Red Rider. You know, I don't know if that's their name or no, they're the Red Rider.
Okay.
Don't reveal too much.
Yeah,
This Red Rider, shall we say?
yeah. This rider who is red is wearing a bodysuit that is depicting like skinless muscles.
Right.
And the thing is that continued with the elongated arm.
Okay.
You kind of wonder, like, did the bodysuit stretch that far, or
Are they made of bubble gum?
Yeah, and as you had that thought, the Red Rider is speeding towards you.
Oh, as I'm thinking, did it really elongate, or oh gosh, I don't have time to think about this.
Yes.
Okay. And so what do I do?
It's up to you.
What? Yeah, it's up to your character.
Am I still within this power tag, or I have to now do a new thing?
You can't do the same thing, but you can use that tag for something else.
Okay.
The way this game works, Pablo, is that
Listen, Pablo.
I learned as much as I could before I got here.
You damn noob. This is the big leagues here.
yeah, Bravo, the expert City of Mist player over here.
I ask the same question like every fucking episode.
We'll get there.
And so basically, you just kind of describe what your character is doing, and then I'll pipe in and be like, "Oh, that's gonna be this. Roll with this."
Oh, so there's no like limit on these powers.
Oh yeah, no. You
Oh
can,
God, then I know it. Okay,
It's up to your imagination.
Got it.
Yeah.
As the rider comes towards me, I take my fist and I aim for the nose of his bike to hit down so that he goes flying over me and his vehicle stops. And I hate the sound of this vehicle. I hate it.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah.
Before you continue, I just want to say, Pablo, in 14 minutes, you have shown you are a much better player than me and Jason have in the last how many episodes?
Because I
Well
play
done.
a character.
Yes. She'll take notes, Kevin.
That's why I was invited. All right, rolling for hit with all I've got.
Yes.
All right, see?
Oh my God, he actually knows the moves too.
I
Bravo.
know the move.
Okay, Pablo. Your name is not Pablo anymore. It's now New Jason.
New Jason. Pablo, a.k.a. New Jason, a.k.a. Eugene. Not in that order. All right, I'm rolling for this. Let's go.
Jason, we love you. Come back to us.
Ooh, it was a 4. Uh-oh.
Yep.
I got carried away.
So here's the other thing. So with a 10, it's a success. A 7 and 9 is a miss success. 6 and below is a failure, and I get to make a hard move, meaning I get to do what I want. And what I want is, as you raise your fist to smack this motorcycle as it's coming directly towards you, you suddenly like lose the like aggressive like adrenaline from your first use of your powers, and right as the motorcycle's about to hit, you go, uh-oh. And the motorcycle just
Can I at least go uh-oh?
go for it.
Uh-oh.
And the motorcycle just boom runs right into you.
Ooh. Ow. All right.
Yeah, I actually have stats for that. As you've been slammed at full speed, please take the status mild concussion 3. As you bounce off the motorcycle and then off another brick wall.
Jesus.
Concussion 3.
Yes.
Where is that? Where do I mark that?
You just write it.
Yeah, you just put.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like on story tags or?
Yeah, I think story
I can
tags.
cut this part
Yeah.
out. Me learning this shit. Okay, mild concussion.
No, we're leaving this part in because that shows what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's an actual play.
Yeah. But then everyone will see how incompetent I am.
Oh, they already saw how incompetent all of us are.
We've already had 6 sessions of that.
So am I knocked out?
No.
Okay.
So the way, so in City of Mist, instead of having like health points where you go down a number and then at 0 you're dead or whatever.
Right.
In City of Mist, instead you have statuses which can represent different things like physical statuses, emotional statuses, etc.
Gotcha.
But the thing is that if you get to 5, you're out. You're unconscious.
So I'm at 3 of physical.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you get to 6, you're dead.
You're dead. Okay, so halfway dead with that one hit. That makes sense. It's a motorcycle.
The thing is though is that not all the statuses are equal. It's actually harder to get up as you go along. So for example, if you wanted to go from like 3 to 4, you would have to get hit with another 3 status.
Oh.
Yeah, you need that same status in order to go up a rank.
I get it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
But you're still mildly concussed.
Great.
This
So
motorcycle just ran you over.
So he ran me over. I'm like rolling on the ground. Blah, 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 concussed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on the ground, and the tube has flown out of your hand, and it is now on the ground between you and this Red Rider. And you see the Red Rider stop and lift up their hand again and start stretching toward the tube. What do you do?
I gotta. What can I do? What time of day is it?
I would say afternoon.
Oh, crap. So it's like just full daylight.
Yeah, I would say no. It's like the sun is kind of it's casting shadows from some of the like really taller brick and wood buildings.
The shadows casting near where we are.
Yeah.
All right. I reach for the tube, and I look at the nearest casting shadow. And I don't know what move this would fall under. You tell me. But I want to try and hide the tube beneath a shadow.
What are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
This would be go toe to toe.
Really?
Yeah, because even though you're hiding the scroll, really it's you and the Red Rider
Trying to
take control of the scroll.
That's why I'm doing it. Okay. I would like to throw him off by hiding it with my shadow manipulation.
Okay.
Don't look at my sheets. You sneaky bitch. And here we go.
So wait, what were the tags you're using, by the way?
The power tag shadow manipulation.
Okay.
So it's a +1, so I rolled 8, so it's a 9.
Okay, so mixed success.
What I imagine myself doing is as I reach for the scroll, I reach for the scroll with my hand, and with my other hand, I reach for all neighboring shadows, and I extend both palms to these 2 targets. And if you can imagine, as I manipulate the shadows to come from all neighboring casts, to envelop the scroll, and then split up into 3 different shadows. Basically imagine a magician's trick with a ball in 3 cups and then swirling them around. So I'm hiding the scroll underneath one shadow and then swirling it around to confuse this mysterious Red Rider.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, so the Red Rider reaches for the scroll, and suddenly, like, the shadows appear, like, swirling around Vegas style, and even though the Red Rider is wearing a full motorcycle helmet, they look like confused, and the arm shrinks back, and as they're like looking at these 3 blobs, just like moving around with the scroll, they just look up at you, and just go, and just start peeling towards you again.
Not again.
What do you do?
I can stand, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, there's a motorcycle coming right towards you, so.
Wearily get up, and this time, because I know how last time the punch didn't work out so well, this time I'm bracing myself to jump, and I'm going to jump over him and try and clip line. Is that what it's called? Clip line? Clothesline him? Clothesline him. Yes, I'm going to try and clothesline him as I jump over him and to knock him off the bike.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's gonna. I'm gonna say that's gonna be
hit with all you got,
or
yeah. That's kind of a risk, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say let's take the risk because that's cool, and you're really just trying to like change the situation around.
Yeah, this is a great scene. I mean,
okay, so what's your tags?
This one would be, I guess, this one would be super strength again to leap that high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a +1 for taking the risk. I rolled a 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay, mixed success.
All right.
On 7-9, things get messy. The MC will offer you a hard bargain or an ugly choice.
Okay, bring it on.
So I can give you a choice. Either you jump out of the way, but you don't do the clothesline on the Red Rider, or you do the clothesline on the Red Rider, but it's less you take the Red Rider off the bike and more the Red Rider takes you with them.
I'm going to jump out of the way.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, I'm going to leap, like, over him if I can.
Yeah.
Or out of the
So
way.
you misjudge your strength, and as you, like, hold out your arm to clothesline, you actually just jump straight over the motorcycle.
Great. And he rides right through, past me.
Just rides right under you.
Great.
Once again, the Red Rider speeds forward and then turns around, and as it's making this turn, this narrow alley, you're standing in the shadow where like your scroll is still being moved around. What do you do?
Standing in the shadow?
Yeah,
Great. That's
like
where I
like you just jumped into the shadow.
Okay, great. I was going to grab the skull and take a run for it.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you just running down the street? Are you running down an alleyway?
Definitely an alleyway.
Okay.
The nearest alley.
So you land in the shadow, you grab the scroll out of like a glob of shadow, and you just start running down the nearest alleyway.
Oh, I'm running.
You're running down this alleyway, and you hear the roar of the motorcycle engine coming towards you. And you see at the end of the alley a chain link fence.
No.
You look behind you, and the Red Rider isn't there yet, but you can hear them coming. What do?
I turn around. I see them. They haven't arrived yet.
They aren't at the end of the alleyway, but they're coming soon.
They're coming. I look around. There's nowhere to hide, and so I turn invisible. I put my back against. Specifically, I turn my back against the wall of the alley, and then go invisible.
Okay, roll sneak around.
Thank you.
So what power tags are you using?
That is invisibility.
And shadow
Yes.
manipulation?
Oh, it's just invisibility.
Okay, I mean,
It's
you
separate.
can't...
I can use. Oh, really?
Yeah, you can use multiple power tags in order to get
Ow!
different
How
bonuses.
that works is if you find a creative way to add those power tags into it, you can add them.
Yep.
I'm trying to think how I would mix these two things.
And that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
Or the challenge.
A good chunk of City of Mist is figuring out creative ways to use multiple power tags.
Well, then I do this. I look around. There's nowhere to go, and so I find a shadow that's being cast by a nearby dumpster, and I wave this shadow. What I want to do is wave the shadow across and on top of the chain link fence, and then turn that shadow invisible as I hide behind a dumpster.
Okay.
So it looks like it's an empty alley.
So you're technically refracting light.
Yes.
That's a really interesting way of doing that. Okay.
Science.
Roll sneak around.
And fantasy.
That's going to be a +2 with their two power tags. What'd you roll?
Well, with the 2+2, it's a 5. Which is a partial success, isn't it?
No.
It's not? Oh,
That's-
it's 6 and lower is... Oh, shit.
That's a failure.
It's
Yep.
lower than a 6. Oh, God.
Welcome to my world.
No!
I love the idea. You have this very creative moment, and as you're at the end of this alleyway, you grab the shadow and you start moving it toward the chain link fence, and you're just about to turn the chain link fence invisible for this Wile E. Coyote moment, and then the arm stretches out and just snatches the tube from your back.
No!
You turn around and you see the Red Rider has appeared there, and the arm stretches back and the tube is in their hands, and they give you a wave and then just drive off.
Is what happens to my voice.
And we flash forward to you in a much darker place, and by darker I mean light-wise.
It's a dark.
Yeah, you are in your workplace. The sort of the what is it? I want to say storage locker, the data center. I'm just gonna say that the
computer lab.
Not even the computer lab. It's like I'm imagining a room that's filled with like files upon files, but also there's computers to access the police database.
Right.
Is there a name for that room?
Do you want us to pause in editing and Google it?
I'm just gonna say police data room.
The police data room.
Yeah.
I like the storage locker.
Yeah.
I like the slang storage locker.
Yeah,
The
the
icebox.
It sounds like a
icebox,
stuffy
whatever.
kind of place where I would be.
Yeah. You're sorting through files right now. You're doing your job. You're still thinking about what happened. Let's see, 2 days ago, and then you hear a door open, and through these stacks of files, you see a figure, Detective Arthur Strange. 5 o'clock shadow intact, a little surly at the moment, and he walks in and parks himself at one of the computers and starts typing in info into the database. And as you stand there between the shelves, you look and you see that he is looking up a very particular case. He is looking up the Red Rider.
And with a photo, like on the
you see the blurry iPhone photo, the blurry smartphone photo. No copyright.
We can't afford it.
You see a blurry smartphone photo of the Red Rider on their signature red motorcycle, snatching some piece of jewelry from someone, and you see Strange pulling up file after file on the computer, and he does this for quite a bit as you just sort of stand there watching him. And so you're watching him look up this case. What do you do?
I want to try and read over his shoulder.
Yeah, you're a little bit a ways away, but you can see.
I'm like behind a stack on a shelf. Like
you're behind a stack on a shelf, and it's hard for you to see everything. But you can see he's looking up the Red Rider. He's pulling up statistics, and he also pulls up what you can kind of see as like a shop, with a sign that says Big Mike's Mechanics.
Okay.
And it's a little strange that he pulls this up, but you just see Strange go and nod, and start looking into more stuff. And at this point, you suddenly realize you really need to pee.
Great.
You've been in here for a while, and it's just your body has snuck up on you.
Darn it, not again. But which I think to myself. Not out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait. Am I going to incur damage if I just sit tight? Am I going to get like a
Full bladder
a
run.
UTI? Like just because I stick around to see what he does?
Take status UTI too.
Taking the risk.
Taking the risk.
Just to hang out.
The game in the bathroom.
Yes. Irritable bowels. Okay. Well, I was going to say I just want to people watch, which is one of my tags. I just want to observe his reaction to the information and see if he makes a call.
Okay. Yeah, we can make that a roll.
Okay.
All right. So
Roll for sneaking around.
yeah, roll for sneaking around.
Nice. Okay, that's a +1 to my 7, so that's an 8.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to peep over their shoulder, and then you see that they keep coming back to the Big Mike's mechanic shop thing. They look at a map, they look at the file, they look back at the Red Rider, and you see that he does pull out his phone and call up someone, but you're not able to see who it is. But you just hear Strange go, I gotta do Jason's character voice here real quick. Hey Leo. I think I got a lead. I'm coming by. And then he clicks off.
I press my glasses back up the bridge of my nose and walk out, and I call back, don't forget to lock up.
And then you close the door behind you.
And then I close the door behind me.
Okay. Flash forward once again. Eugene, you're in your car. You're sitting in the driver's seat. It's now late afternoon, heading toward night as the sun has already come down behind some of the taller buildings in the city, and it's casting its shadows everywhere. You're parked outside an apartment that Strange had stopped by. So he drove in his black Dodge Charger, and his apartment has sort of like an underground garage, so you weren't able to like see him park and walk out. So you're just kind of like, you're parked on a street over, just kind of like watching, waiting for him to come out. And sure enough, the black Dodge Charger pulls out of the garage, makes a turn, and starts going down the street. Do you follow him?
Absolutely.
All right. And as Eugene turns on his car, the headlights turn on, and you start to follow this Charger. The camera moves.
I turn off the headlights.
You turn off the headlights. Very nice, very nice.
That came with a wink.
Please support us by sending us money so we can buy cameras so you can see the wink next time.
See, there's another one you missed because you didn't pay us. Boom. And the fist bump against you. All right.
Gotta love this audio medium. Anyway, the camera moves from Eugene's car to the Dodge Charger and goes inside the tinted windows to see only one figure, Leo Castello, driving the Charger. Now, Leo, I assume you're kind of nervous driving this car considering you don't own a car?
Yeah. I didn't expect this much torque to go with this car. Feels very manly between my legs. You know, the rumbling of the engine. I think, what is it, a V8?
Yeah.
Chris, is it a V8?
Yeah, go with the V8.
All right, it's a V8. That is our sound guy.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, Chris is here.
Yeah.
I hope that's his only line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a V8. It's just from the background. That's all he gets.
Oh, but yeah, I'm feeling the rumbling of the engine, and like I feel powerful, but I also feel like, man, if I put one scratch on this thing, Strange is gonna strangle me, and I've seen him drunk.
So driving, eyes wide, starting to sweat a little bit, we flash back, because we're jumping all over the time period in this episode, to just a few moments before, standing in your apartment. As you and Detective Strange are about to leave, Strange gets a phone call. And as he lifts it to his ear, you can hear the irate voice of Captain Jackson coming in through the tinny speaker. And you just hear, what? Right now, really? I don't even need to be there. Get someone else to clean the desk. Fine, whatever. He turns off his phone and is like, the mayor's coming in to do a camera tour of the precinct, and they want me to clean my desk. he just he just pulls out his keys and throws them to you.
And just like that dice, I drop them.
That's some dinky little keys.
Leo,
Long. Go ahead.
Yeah. Leo, don't scratch up the car.
Okay. So I get to drive it, like no holds bar or anything.
Don't scratch the car.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
I gotta get back to the precinct. I gotta take care of this. You go to Big Mike's. See if you can find anything.
All right, sure. Big Mike's it is. Where is that?
And we flash forward to you, King.
You're just abusing this fucking MC power, aren't you?
Goodness.
I'm able to jump all over the time period.
What a world. I'd love to travel by flash forward.
Well, it's also because I just don't want to do like fake name address or whatever. It's just like it's in the warehouse district.
District sucks.
Yeah.
District of town sucks.
Yeah, we flash forward to you driving the car, and you're just like nervously tapping into the GPS as it's leading you toward the warehouse district.
I also turn on the radio, and apparently, Detective Strange headed to a local pop station, and girls just want to have fun, starts blasting, and I'm just like, so this is what Strange is into. All right. Girl, can't sing this song because it's copyrighted. So I just start humming it, and I'm just like, this is some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To calm my nerves.
And the Charger drives down the street, being followed by Eugene's car at a reasonable distance, and we fade to the warehouse district. It's now dusk here in Eden City, and Leo, you drive the bulletproof Dodge Charger down a couple of narrow streets before you finally find this godforsaken building. You've passed a couple of homeless people, a couple of rough-looking teens, and you know that and also a couple of biker gangs, so this is not the best place in town.
But also the bike gangs, right? Because those hard pedaling street kids.
Yeah, there's street kids on, like, pedal bikes, and then there's, like...
With the little cards to make it sound like it's a motorbike?
Exactly.
So I've entered the heart of the city, the most dangerous place.
And
just rides on by.
Just dogging me.
yeah, they actually give you some dirty looks as you're driving by. And it's just like, hey, you're in our territory. And you just keep driving forward. You don't want no trouble.
Keep looking forward, Leo. You don't want any trouble with these kids.
Freak. Just this bald kid.
God. And you turn the corner and you see it. Big Mike's shop. It's a standard, like warehouse shop. You see that there's one big garage door entrance on the side and then two smaller ones on the other side, and also a regular, people-sized door next to those. And it's just sort of in the middle of this warehouse district, just, squat there. It's dusk. It's closed. You see that there's a neon sign that says like Big Mike's, but Big Mike's is, the lights are off. Which, if it closes at night, then I'm not sure why you would have a neon sign. But, that's just kind of how this neighborhood is.
We don't question the industrial section.
Yeah, it's noir. There's neon everywhere.
This side of town still sucks.
I guess I'm still in the car. Is there like an alleyway that's kind of small, like shadowy that I can park the car in?
Yeah.
So I don't break the line into like anybody seeing me from the shop. So I try to hide in between the alleyway. Turn off the car. Do I see anything inside the car? Like
the charger?
Yeah, the charger. Yes.
I mean, there's empty bottles of like bourbon in there, which has some really bad connotations for Detective Strange. There's also some apple cores just on the floor.
And I quickly say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Clever. And then I look at myself in the mirror like, why did I just say that?
You're saying this to yourself alone in the car?
Yeah. God. Do I know that is anything in the glove compartment?
Yeah, you look inside and you see there's some gloves. The license and registration, not license, the registration for the car.
What kind of gloves?
Black gloves.
Like leathery?
Yeah, leathery gloves.
I take them.
Okay.
And I put them on.
Got new items. Strange's gloves. Da 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 da.
Do I see anybody on the street?
Yeah, you look around. You don't see anyone.
Okay.
It's kind of dark though.
And while I'm staring out through the front window, I take out a coffee mug that has a neon light on it, and I just go, "Tastes like noir," and I put it down. And I realized, where did I get that from?
Ew. Ew.
And so I exit the vehicle as quietly as possible. And I guess, do they have like a fence, a steel fence, or like do they have any sort of perimeter?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a perimeter. It looks like they just kind of keep, all the stuff that they're working on inside this shop. Like it's like a medium-sized warehouse, so they're able to keep. They're able to keep whatever they're working on inside.
Okay. So do I notice any cameras or anything?
At this point, I'm gonna say roll investigate.
Okay. 9.
Okay. So you get one clue. You gonna ask your cameras question, or?
I'm gonna ask: is there like a power junction box anywhere outside of the perimeter?
Yeah, there is. It's actually not too far from you.
Okay. So I make my way over there as like kind of very nonchalant. Try to make myself with the gloves, make myself look like I'm just another person walking the streets, and kind of when I get near it, kind of act stupid, like I don't want to look like a beggar, just like looking for scraps or recycling, and try to make my way over to the junction box and attempt to open it.
Okay. The junction box is locked.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Don't fail me now. God knows this is gonna happen.
There we go.
Is I'm gonna use my my index. What is this finger again?
That's the
Index finger. Thank you. And warm it up to such a degree that I can literally like either melt. What kind of lock is it?
It's a padlock.
The padlock. Try to melt down the actual steel bar as quietly as possible. Kind of like you see in those robbery or those.
Yeah, like a blowtorch.
Like a blowtorch. Thank you.
Isn't one of your tags a lock picking set?
Yeah, you know what? I want to do it. I want to do something fun with this.
You're literally instead going to play with fire.
If you saw our last episode, you didn't realize why I'm not using that lockpicking set.
Well, first of all, nobody's seen an episode of this. Second of all, your rolls suck, and you're gonna burn your dick off.
Right, so go for it. I'm assuming Cruel Sun.
Cruel Sun, yes.
Yeah.
Nature's Wrath.
Alrighty.
That's 8.
Okay. So with this,
I'm like, and I say to myself very quietly, should have used the lockpick. This is cooler. This is hot.
you break open the lock, but since you rolled an 8, you're not really able to minimize the effect. So the flames kind of go up just a little bit, and like the whole lock just melts. So there's no, and like part of the handle that like the lock was on melts as well. So it's like, so it's open. It's open, but it's also very clear this thing was burned open.
And I'm like, oh no. But anyways, can I like open it quietly?
Yeah.
Okay, so I open it quietly, and I take out my electronic repair kit that I took with me, and I take a wire clipper, as well as a soldering tool that's in there. And what I try to do, like, I don't know if you know much about like junction boxes. Do you know what's the circuitry of it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I would know nothing about junction boxes.
Sorry, my dad used to work with that, and he taught me a thing or two. So my effort is to wire it in such a way that once it receives a like powerful overcharge, every electronic in the entire area, not just Big Mike's, but the entire block, in other words, the grid, goes down.
Okay.
Kind of like what you do in a house where you plug in like that last one into the hole and it overcharges everything and like knocks the entire power out of a house. Point of the matter is I want to make everything go dark once it receives a sudden boost of power.
Okay. Are you doing it in a way where you can like fix it later, or are you just breaking it?
I am sabotaging it.
Okay. What tags are you using?
I'm going to be using the tag electronic repair kit and veteran doctor's call.
Okay.
9.
+2?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
with the +2.
That's with the +2? Okay. So, yeah, you get right in there and you start, messing around with the box, and sure enough, as a charge goes through it, the whole district goes dark.
The whole district, or just Big Mike?
I overloaded the entire power grid.
Oh, well, that was
Yeah.
a little overkill, but all right.
Yeah, that's the thing with the partial success, is that it's super overkill. It's also pretty obvious this was tampered with.
And I'll be honest, I kind of said I wanted it to like still be running, so that when it received the charge, it could go dark.
It
just like, and I look at it, I'm just like, I really need to go back to electrician school. And I put it away. Do I hear anybody coming or?
I mean, you hear like dogs start to bark and like, people going like, "Hey, what's going on?"
You didn't pay the power bill.
I'm sorry. I work all day and I work all night.
And I don't want to hear your excuses, Morty. I don't want to hear it.
No, please. I love you.
I'm staying at my mother's. This is the last straw.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, that's echoing off in the distance.
There's one couple.
There's one couple living in the warehouse district.
What do I see around me around the junction box?
Her driving to her mother's. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Sassy dog.
Okay.
Yeah, Eugene, actually, you're sitting in your car and suddenly just everything goes dark.
I like it this way. But what is he doing?
And then Leo, as you're at the junction box, you hear like a clacking sound, and you see one of the garage doors open up, and you see a figure stick their head out.
Well, if I notice it, it's dark. They obviously can't see me. I try to move outside of the perimeter or the area of it. Like, is there like a trash can or a dumpster around, or?
Yeah, you just sneak behind a trash can.
I sneak behind the trash can, kind of away from the box in the building, but I can still want to see it.
Yeah, you're a good distance away, so I'm not gonna have you roll for that. But you see this like figure like stick their head out, and it's hard to see who they are since everything is dark. And you just hear some like grumbling, and then they go go back in and just close the garage door.
Okay. Did I notice any cameras?
I mean, you can't see them now.
Okay. All right. Oh, well, this is where I gotta be a thief now. Okay. So describe to me, what are the like? Is it like a square or rectangle? How many sides are there to the building?
It's a square building, and the two sides that are sort of like facing you, you have the large garage door for like large vehicles. And then the side to its left is 2 medium garage doors, and then like a person-sized door in what looks like the office area of the mechanic shop.
At the top, nearing the roof, do I see any windows or?
No.
It's just concrete?
Yeah, it's just concrete.
Man, that is a very, very bad fire hazard for this shop. Let me just say that. No, bad, because if that shit goes up in flames, they're fucked.
With you around it, Will.
So I'm gonna head towards now. Everything else is just nothing around just besides that.
Yeah, there's some other warehouses nearby, but like a good couple dozen feet away.
But the other 3 walls are just concrete.
The other 2 walls, from what you can see, are just concrete.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so I'll walk quietly towards the human-sized door and put my ear against the little crevice between the doorknob and the threshold to see if I could hear anything.
Okay. Roll investigate. What tags are you using?
Veteran Doctor's Calm to kind of like still myself enough to like heighten my senses. And yeah, pretty much it. 8.
Okay. So you get 1 clue.
Okay. Am I able to sense or hear of anyone directly behind the door?
You hear like another door open in there, and then you hear like shuffling, and then like angry, like grumbling.
Like a fight?
No, it's more just like it sounds like someone just kind of like shuffling around, looking for something. But since it's dark, they're angry about it.
Got it.
But you can't hear what they're saying, so that's my like partial success. It's kind of fuzzy. But you can also, there's like a little window on the door, and you can like look in and see this is like the office area.
Oh, there's a window on the door then.
Yeah, there's a window on the door. As you like peek in, you see this sort of like the office area kind of, but that's pretty much all you can see from like the moonlight coming in. You can't see the figure. You can't see anything else going on.
But there's somebody currently in there shuffling in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there like a dumpster or a garbage can near like as close to the building as possible?
Yeah, there's one off to the side.
Is it by the 2 big doors or the garage door?
No, it's off on the other side. One side without any doors.
Well, time to cause some arson.
Told you.
I go. Don't you give me that sass.
I'm just saying you burn everything.
Speaking of sass, has Eugene gotten out of the car and like followed forward? Or
Absolutely. He's past the gate and going. He's up to the door of the place, right?
No, Leo. Yes.
Yeah, Leo.
So Eugene has kind of gone to.
I'm at the gate. I'm like at wherever area he's left. I am now there once he's left it.
Okay, so you're probably like at his car at this point.
I'm behind his car, like looking over his
the
trunk.
corner. You see, yeah. Okay.
I see him with his ear up against the door.
Okay, Leo.
I try to sneak past the I guess the front where all the doors are facing. Go over to, I'm guessing you said it's a dumpster or like area. Now look, do I see anybody around?
Yeah, no, it's pitch black. You would have no chance of seeing him behind your trunk. So no, you don't see anyone.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't see me.
Yeah, because you're a distance away. You're behind a truck and it's pitch black, so it's like there's no chance.
Is the dumpster empty, or is there stuff in there?
You look inside. Yeah, there's some trash bags in there.
Do I see like if there's oil present in there, given that it's an auto body shop?
Yeah, there's some oil in there. Patches.
Okay. Okay. So what I do is I stand behind or to the side of the dumpster. Does it have wheels? It's just
yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use cruel sun and literally light the dumpster on fire and try to push it, towards the big front door. In other words, to cause a distraction.
You're gonna push a flaming dumpster into the large door?
Yes.
Okay. So, quick geography. It goes wall with the dumpster, no doors. Then it goes wall with the human door and 2 medium garages. And then the wall directly opposite the dumpster wall.
Oh,
is
okay.
the big,
okay, that's what you had me confused then, because I was
garage.
just like, you said there were 2 walls with this. I'm like, wait, is it the? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Then. So I'm gonna push the dumpster in front of the 2 small doors.
The medium garage doors.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Fucking yeah. So I'm gonna do that. In other words, to cause a massive distraction.
Okay.
To kind of get whoever's in there.
Are you lighting it on fire first or moving the dumpster first?
I'm lighting it on fire first and then immediately blasting it.
So you're gonna blast it into the doors.
Should I tell you my pyrotize that I want to use?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use Cruel Sun and with weather manipulation and gale force.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll all of this into one big take the risk move. Because why not?
Because we all know how that's gonna end.
So let's go for it.
All right, that's gonna be a +3.
Oh man!
Oh!
I knew you should have done this. You
Look at that boy, Snake Eye.
Stupid Charmander, motherfucker! This is what you get. Trying to blow fire into a friggin' dumpster into the door. Just knock.
Honestly, you doing shit.
I'm doing stuff.
Oh my god.
Just you wait.
Oh wait, sorry. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Go ahead, Kevin.
Le-
Ruin my day.
You did this.
Leo Castello, in the dark, you misjudged just how much oil was in this dumpster.
Fuck me.
And as you shoot a combination of flame and wind into it, the whole thing just goes up. And I mean explodes.
And I'm like, yada yada.
What's great, though, is that you are fireproof now.
That is true. I am fireproof because we learned from the
Oh, I
last
missed
episode this tends to happen.
All right, continue.
But the force of the dumpster exploding still knocks you back. So instead of taking the fire damage and like as your like clothes are immolated, your skin is fine, but you get knocked back. Take
Oh fuck.
concussive blast 3.
Oh, come on, fine.
You were up
Blew
against
up a
this thing.
dumpster.
It's probably one of those like industrial dumpsters. They suck.
Guys.
Concussive 3. Okay.
But you did succeed in one way, i.e. causing a huge distraction.
I'm just like.
You're laying on the ground, partially on fire. Your ears are ringing. Eugene, you just saw this guy like go to the side of the building you couldn't see, and then there was an explosion.
Yeah. I was actually putting myself in his shoes, just like.
And the two of you look at the front, the human door, as it bursts open.
I mean, I'm still ringing, but given my years as a medical expertise and keep myself calm, I'm like, gotta get away. And I run towards I guess run around to the right corner where you said there's like no doors, it's just concrete, to try to hide behind it. In other words, make my way all the way around to kind of see like, is anybody coming out?
Okay. So you're trying to hide after exploding this. So roll a sneak around.
Oh god.
This is what happens when you send a doctor to do a detective's job.
I'm also gonna have the concussive blast do a -3 for your roll. there.
-3?
Yeah, that's the status, man.
You're gonna get a -1.
You know what? I'm gonna try to lessen that.
Okay, what's your tags?
I'm gonna use gale force control like I did with the fence, and try to like quicken my step while using weather manipulation to kind of heat up the air around me to make it a lot faster and lighter.
Okay, because this is the lesson that Leo is learning as his powers blow back against him in more and more creative ways. He just keeps using his powers.
If it don't work once, you keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
So here we go. So that's gonna be -1 overall.
6.
Yeah, no, I fucked.
Okay.
You're useless to me.
You use your wind powers to like try to buffet you forward, but it tracks some of the fire, and it basically just creates this.
my god!
It just creates this trail of fire
On the
leading
Flash?
to. Yeah, exactly.
I go.
And as you're running with this trail of fire, literally creating a trail for you, the Big Mike himself bursts out of the front door, and he goes, "What the hell is going on here?"
Oh yeah, he's Irish-ish.
And as you're about to run around the corner, you look around and you see this 4'7" burly man rushing towards you with a pipe in his hand.
Wait, he saw me?
Yes,
You're
you have a trail of fire.
You didn't say he
directly
followed
to-
the trail of fire. You said he just came out of the door.
That's what I'm saying now.
Okay, I want to call this bullshit.
This yard doesn't seem very big, and there's a giant beacon of flaming dumpster lighting.
Well, the way you made it
everything.
sound like it's like a massive building of concrete. Who doesn't have a fence around a repair shop?
Hey, hi. This was a bad plan. Everything you did was a bad idea.
Let's just make it clear to the court that this stranger looking from afar has done nothing but watch.
Ah, because that's
Saying
one of
that. So, Leo, you stand on one side of the wall with the fire leading towards you. On the other side of the wall, you see
God,
the
this is just
big,
like last
big Mike
episode.
himself tapping a pipe against his palm, going, well, looks like we got a little fire starter here. And we see Eugene looking over the trunk of the Charger, seeing this scene go down. Eugene, you're seeing the call to action. What does your character do?
I'm looking around for anything I can toss.
I
can-
tossed
Well,
the car.
for your character in particular,
Right.
there is a car, there is a dumpster, there is your car.
Yes. Right. Yes, I'm
There's
looking
trash
for.
can,
I'm
there's-
looking for something.
You're looking for something big?
Yeah.
There is the charger that's
There is the
covered
charger
with
itself.
bulletproof plates.
Covered with bulletproof plates.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're leaning over this trunk, you see that the charger is reinforced with plates on it.
Okay. Can I take one of the plates off? Yeah.
Your character?
Yeah. Can I rip one of the plates off?
Go for it, buddy.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna use 2 tags for this. I'm gonna use super strength and horn shot. I'm going to grow a horn from my forearm to wedge between the plate and the car to like crowbar it off,
Mhm.
and then use my strength to rip it off the car.
So this is going to be change the game because you're trying to create the story tag, bulletproof plate. I'm actually using the move right this time. I got it, guys. I got it.
Well done.
So roll for it, my friend.
All right. So it's +2 to do this. Oh yeah, and that's gonna be an 8.
Okay. So you have 2 story tags. You have 2 juice.
Did you say 2 juice?
Yeah, that's the points you use for change the game.
Okay, 2 juice.
Yeah. So I would say you can either get 2 of these plates or you can get 1 super strong plate.
1 will do.
Okay. So you have bulletproof plate 2 now in your hands as you wedge one of your horns into the plate and literally tear it off the car.
And I'm now running, not really running, but power walking around the fence, and I'm going to.
Oh no, real quick. Is there a fence or not?
There's no fence.
There's no fence.
There's no fence.
Oh, there's just the yard next to the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I just
Yeah.
walk through into the yard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like behind him, right? I'm behind Big Mike, or I'm like kind of to the side.
Yeah, Big Mike's standing at the corner. He's tapping the.
So I'm like over his way behind.
Yes.
Like his way behind his right shoulder.
Yes.
Great. What I'm aiming to do is to sweep him off his feet by like tossing this armored plate like a frisbee under his feet. This is trying to catch him off guard and put him on his back
Okay.
before I do my next.
I have to describe this scene because the cinematography here is beautiful. This scrawny, disheveled white-collar worker is power walking in this dark city district with this dumpster fire illuminating your frame.
And my glasses.
And your glasses. Carrying this torn bulletproof plate. And then you just chuck that son of a bitch.
That's the idea.
Roll hit with all you got. And I am invoking your weakness tag. The one for your eyes.
Mutation?
No, your eyes.
Oh. Yes, definitely, especially with the fire and the heat. And
Yeah. What is that weakness tag called, by the way?
that's pain behind the eyes.
Yep. From all those times working in front of a screen.
Working in front of a screen and not
So.
needing sleep and choosing not to
Mama
sleep.
was right.
So for you as a new player, when I invoke your weakness tag, that means that you have a -1 to your roll, but you do mark attention to that theme since you're going against your weaknesses.
And,
And mark
what that
attention?
means is that it's like an experience point.
Yes.
Oh, and attention
Yeah.
to that theme.
Yes.
So okay. Beep boop. Great. But I'm using super strength to toss this, so doesn't that kind of counteract
Yeah,
it?
so it's a plus
So
0.
it's just a regular. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever I get. Yeah. 8.
+2 with the bulletproof plate, since that was the point to change the game.
Sweet. 10. Change the game. Do it.
You chuck that son of a bitch like a frisbee.
This shit is bulletproof. Yay!
Leo, from your end, you see Big Mike, you see the fire, you hear the roar of the flame, and then you hear a and Big Mike's legs are suddenly swept out from under him as this sheet of metal just takes him out and he falls to his back. And do you like just rush forward, or what do you do, Eugene?
I rush forward and make sure he's out.
Yeah, so Leo, you see this plate just take out Big Mike, and then you see a figure just appear around the corner,
Nani?
and you see Eugene. And what do you say?
Hello. Leo, is it?
And I'm kind of taken awestruck both by how do you know my name, and two, thinking, did this scrawny guy just just like clothesline on the legs, like leg sweep. This Big Mike. And I look at him and I'm like, yes. Who are you?
My name is Eugene Fritz. I work with, with Detective Strange. We may have a mutual interest.
And that's where we're ending the session. Thank you all for listening to Rolling in the Mist and introducing our new cast member, Pablo.
You paused like I should say my name. Do you want to
Well, welcome to the Odd Loot team, Pablo. That's pretty much how this goes.
Yep.
giving each other fake cues?
We sabotage each other a lot.
And introducing who cares? Happy to be aboard.